Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights, and this will be part 7. In the last episode, even we discovered a bit more of the map in Peninsula District or Prison District, whatever you prefer to call it, and we got some loots and got some extra experience for killing various bad guys. We are now 705 experience away from level 6. We are a bit ahead of... I mean, obviously I started at level 5. I explained why in the first episode. But we still got some clearing to do. Just need to clear my throat. 1 second. Sorry about that. We still need to clear the inside of the prison area, and because we are going to go through the Tanglebrook estate to get into the prison itself, we may as well do that now. By the way, for reference, when I was doing the play through thing before, as I mentioned in the first part, I lost about 2 hours of video footage. And this character reached level 5 upon starting the hunt for the second component was the main quest. It was right after the start of that, basically. So we'll probably be a bit ahead leveling of that point, but it won't be much. It will even out very quickly. It's probably one of my most favorite changes to Dungeons & Dragons 3, instead of having these arbitrary wonky numbers where Rogue requires 1250 experience for the first level, Paladin requires 2250 experience for the first level, and Priests, Clerics, whatever, 1750, Mages 2250 as well, if I'm not mistaken. Every class requires 1000 XP for the first level, 2000 for the second level, third level, and so on and so on and so on. Very easy to work out. I want to go inside here. Oh, we can go in here as well. If I'm not mistaken, there's a fight in there. So, let's have a look. Indeed. Hey, stop hitting me. Stop hitting my poor cleric as well. It's not her fault. Let's check the desk. Oh, a gold piece. Hey. What about in here? That's another chest. Locked. Of course it is. We shall bash it. Damage was a bit low. What is it? It's got, is it 10 or is it 20 hit points? I think it's got 20. Which of course has to bypass the 5 damage reduction. Oh, some loots, amethyst, some gold. Should probably, I hate having disorganized. They only stack up to 10, of course, which is always nice. Potions, so. Let's see, this is rubbish, that is rubbish as well, so it's that. Go light wounds, can... do that. There's a single cure serious. There's a bless that can go over there. Can throw this here. 2 bark skin, 1 bull strength, 1 cat's grace. Okay. I could move the torch into the second where I usually have my weapons, but as every single time I equip it and unequip it, it will be unequipped to the first available space, which usually is in the first bit. So, a bit annoying, but so be it. That's the way the cookie crumbles and all that stuff. There's another door. Anything of note? There's some bad guys. Come on. Oh, sorry, I nearly switched to Danish now, which is not going to be beneficial for someone who don't speak the language. But she started casting her buff spells while I was getting the bad guys. Just going to do a quick save because some of these could be trapped. I can't remember every single chest, every single location. And some of the traps are quite lethal. It will happily certain objects will happily have a trap on them that will do 100 damage to you. If you have 60 hit points, then taking 100 damage is bad, by the way. It's just a small heads up. We're going this way. We're looking. Obviously, they are despawning the corpses to make sure that there's no graphical clutter that doesn't need to be there. But it would be nice if, because you are, what? Okay, you are waiting for the game to decide that the corpses despawn in order to see the loot. You can technically find the remains before the corpses are despawned, but the game can be a bit wonky about. Oh, it was the torch in the background that threw me off there for a second. Blinded by the night. Never mind. A piece of gold. 4 of them. Some bolts. Was it the chest? Wasn't a chest. Was the barrel bolted? Ha! Oh no, it wasn't funny. Very well, it wasn't funny. Come on. No, of course, because we got the keys to the front door, we could go in through the front door, but that's no fun. When there's a loot to be had. Did I take them all? Nope. So it just goes a long way around. Exercise is good for you, I've been told. There's loot to be had in the Tangled State, of course. And we are relying on loots. More baddies. Hooray. There's something to mention, by the way, in the case of this game, something that surprised me, because normally I don't play casters. Wizards and specifically sorcerers are very try again, slower. Are very powerful, of course, because I mean they have fireballs and ice storms and all sorts of other nasties. But they run out of juice, and once they run out of juice, they rest or they don't fight. And I'm not necessarily a fan of having to fight, rest. So casters is not something I usually play. But some time ago, since randomly I decided to make a sorcerer, and I discovered that casters apparently has a helper up to about level 5 or 6, where they're getting much more experience for kills than many characters are, which I think is a bit rude. Because the casters, once they start getting their AoE spells, they can take out groups of enemies in record time. Of course, melee still have to fight them one at a time. So I've always thought it's a bit cheesy, but apparently someone from a design point of view decided that no, they need to have that advantage. So, just in case you're ever considering playing this game and you want to play a caster, you will have an easier time. Could be all the way up to those 7 actually. Of course, you all know the keys to a door is under the doormat. So, peaceful and quiet in here, sort of, anyway. The stink beetle. That's locked. Okay, we'll have to smash that. But before we do that, we have to deal with some stink beetles who like to cast the stinking cloud. Okay, she ran in, of course, because that's what she does. So let's go in and see if we can help. She's probably going to die from that, but so be it. Okay, could you maybe unable to reach target? As long as it tries to hit me, it's not trying to hit her. Come on, please hit it. Thank you. 158 experience away from level 3. There's a dagger +1 in here. That's always the case. Poor thing, she's near dead. Let's give her... you can just do this. And you can get a few of the cure-like potions as well. So, let's keep her going for the moment. Oh, that door's trapped apparently. That must mean something. Come on. Oh, failed. It's just slowed. Nothing major. Just wait for it to run out. Locked. Let's... yeah. I suppose the game couldn't necessarily work out what we were attacking. Well, it probably could, but going over and trying to kick a chest and going, ha 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 ha, evil chest, take this. No, I don't want to bash the loot, thank you. Gold piece, save tools, and a storybook. Lovely. Alchemical apparatus that usually indicates some sort of drink. Celestial elixir. Elixir, I think it's called. This is a quest item I mentioned in an earlier part. Oh, come on, please. Mouse. Thank you. I mentioned in an earlier part that the different henchmen available have different quests, and this is a quest item of one of the henchmen. So we definitely want that, but we want to make sure we loot everything before we go. I'm just going to, you know, some randomly.
Have at thee!
Have at thee, the evil armory, Amora, whatever. I know the pronunciation is slightly different. Armor, a loving set of... No, I'm not going to say that. That is too naughty. Good items and a bark skin. We'll take it. Anything else we need to loot in here while we're here? That's the way out. Okie. What about here? Ah, of course. That's the way out as well. Could be trapped. No, it isn't. Can just read it. She heard some noise in the basement, whatever it is, and she decided to check. We don't need that book. Basically, most books, unless they are something that needs to be handled and you've been asked to find, you don't need to carry them around, and I like to not carry too many quest items around. So we need to find a way down, which is over here, of course. This area is riddled with traps, I think it's called. Just need our Chloe to come up close so her elven sense can detect the traps. Come on. No, she doesn't want to, apparently. So she's off, and there we are. All the dark squares are trapped. I can't remember whether a rogue would get experience for disarming those traps, but I played a rogue in this game once. Not necessarily a fan of a rogue by itself. I did check that chest, didn't I? Yes, I did. There's some beetles over here as well. These are fire beetles, which are nowhere near as powerful as stink beetles. But a fire beetle's belly is a component used for crafting. But we are not quite done yet. I don't want to carry four around them. Carry around with dragon. I don't want to carry. I do not want to carry four of them around. That was incredibly difficult to say, apparently. You know, when your mind is working faster than your mouth can follow. Oh, come on. Thieves' tools. Come out with rooms. Take it. So let's see if we can avoid triggering too many of these traps. She probably will, but Lady Tanglebrook. It looks like something's been invading her skull. Lovely, isn't it? But come on, come on. Two-bladed sword +1. It is an exotic weapon, of course. It's basically like a two-bladed lightsaber, just not a lightsaber version of it. It functions as two attacks, one with either side, so it's basically equivalent to dual wielding. It is of no interest to us, of course, because being a monk and all that, but it's still money in the bank, and money in the bank is better than nothing. We need to get over by the beetle bellies. And that will let us into the prison itself. There should be some traps around here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just run across. No? Just do a quick time check. We're good. We can do a bit of the first floor of the prison. We need a 54 experience for the next level. Okay, why did that? I have no idea, but it did. There's bound to be some fights. You know what, let's just quick shave again, because I like doing that. Okay. Why does it deactivate? Come on, activate, thank you very much. So that should be a level up kill. No? Now it is. Okay. No more bad guys in here. Lovely. He's badly wounded. We can't have that, can we? Okay. So we're going to save, because I'm going to. I wouldn't say save scum. I don't like save scumming, but I'm going to level scum. You can tolerate whatever levels the game will give you, or whatever level ups it will give you. Of course, your hit points are random rolls from 1 to whatever your hit dice is, 1 to 4 for wizards, 1 to 6 for rogues, 1 to 8 for monks and clerics, and 1 to 10 for fighter types like fighter, paladins, rangers, barbarians, that kind of. I think barbarians 1 to 12, whatever. But it is a random number plus your constitution bonus, so in the case of the monk, you can get 1 to 9 hit points. I did a playthrough of this game many years ago where I decided, I'm just going to take whatever dice rolls I got. 10 level ups gave me a total of 14 hit points. Plus con bonus, but 14 hit points. That is how low it rolled. Having 30 health when you're up against level 4 enemies, perfectly fine. Having 44 health when you're getting up against level 9, 10, 11 opponents, it's not fine anymore, and that's why I'm going to do level scumming. But thankfully, because of the way the leveling up in this game works, you don't have to actually do much to scum it. We are going to just make absolutely sure. Come on. Yeah, monk. And we are going to pick the skills we've already picked ranks of. Come on. Always one of them eludes me. There we are. No, there we are. And we got a bonus feat. So what have we got available even? I may as well mention right now, weapon finesse, that was the one I was thinking about, that can allow you to replace your dexterity modifier as to hit modifier. No use for us 2 weapon fighting, even though you're using both your fists, you are not actually, it's not considered 2 weapons. Stealthy, pointless, shield proficiency, potentially possible, but I've always felt it to be very gimmicky. Resist poison, resist disease, they are pointless. The monk will become immune eventually. Rapidly reload, we're not going to melee, we're not going to do enough ranged attacks to matter. Power attack we do not I need to slow down. We do not need, because that's the main thing for that is being a prerequisite for cleave, when we got a cleave by being a monk, so we don't need that. Lightning reflexes, it's not important. Mobility. Either mobility or blind fight. Blind fight. The feat grants the character the ability to fight well even if blinded or against invisible creatures. The character gets to reroll its miss chance percentile 1 time to see if it actually hits. Furthermore, invisible creatures get no bonus to hit the character in melee. Now we are level 6 now. Try again. Sorry, I don't need to slow down. I just get excited and this things start going way too quick and I can't follow it. Okay. We get a feat every 3 levels. So, get one level 3, one level 6, one level 9, 12, 15, 18. I intend to keep toughness for level 18. So, we have 6, 9, 12, and 15 remaining. So that's a total of 4 feats even. We need mobility because it gives spring attack. That's 2. We need we want blind fighting. I like having it. And improve critical. I'm fairly sure improved critical becomes available as the level 12 feat for monks. Should I just go with mobility now? I can always take blind fight. Mobility in and by itself doesn't do an awful lot. It's just against the attacks of opportunity, which tumbling is already countering. You know, let's take blind fighting now. Just to have it. Okay. And we got the max hit points, which is always nice. And of course, because we are monk, we get knockdown and improved knockdown for free. There we are. So we can now set up special abilities. Monk. No. Player blows, Slime Fist, okie dokies, and it's just special attacks. Improved knockdown. What does improved knockdown do? Because of course monks get the improved version, which is the updated version of the classes would have to take the feat knockdown, then improve the knockdown. A character with this feat count as one size category larger than it makes a knockdown attack, but all other knockdown conditions still apply. The character with the feat can attempt to knock his melee opponent to the ground. The character makes an attack roll at -4, and if it's successful, the defender makes an opposed discipline check against the character's attack roll. If the character wins, the defender is knocked to the prone position. Selected monks received this feat for free at level 6. So basically you have the chance to knock melee or any opponent, as long as they can be knocked. I think they need a head in order to be knocked prone. Maybe if they're immune to critical hits, I don't think they can be knocked prone. I can't remember. But anyway, we can basically knock opponents prone, and depending on the game you're playing, you may or may not be able to knock a dragon prone, which is quite interesting. But it is such an incredibly powerful ability, and it is so incredibly powerful because it doesn't have limited charges. You can basically chain them in until you knock your opponent prone, then give them a few hits while they're on the ground, they come back up, knock them prone again. Against casters, this ability is divine, and monks are getting it for free. This is where the monk begins to shine at level 6. Something like that. It's something other classes need to spend 2 feats on. You get it for free, and you come up against the caster, you manage to knock them prone, and then you chain starting first and knockdowns on the caster, and they stop being an issue. I deliberately stalled here a bit because we are getting in on the time of about half an hour's time-ish thing. So I will end this episode here, and in the next part we will carrying on. And as for now, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.